Everybody's doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping the channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, you know what? We're all heading towards that finish line. You know, you can be able to look at all the mishaps and and the sadness, to be able to know that has made you stronger than you ever knew you were able to become. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, like and subscribe. Even hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. And if you are comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. Even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life and heading you towards a positive direction. If you feel like the videos are very informative to you, give you good vibes, good inspiration, or uplift that you really want to share with your loved ones, family, or friends, or even fellow empaths that are going through trying times and need confirmation of validation towards life path or even soul purposes, or even spiritual guidance, please go ahead and share them. While you're at it, give me a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites, wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's so really appreciated. And I hope that you're able to, resonate with the content of my video. And the music that I'm listening to in the background, I've been really picking some good meditation music, especially for my content. It's called Naiad. Cleanse your aura, spirit, extended 1 hour cleansing meditation, and I will post that link in the description box below. And as I always say, I'm putting my daughter's book out here. She is selling her book right now. There's a lot of people who's been with me for a long time, so they know about my daughter's book. You have made contributions. That was creepy. Then my dad's song started playing. That was creepy. But anyways, yeah, I'm posting my daughter's song. See, that got me messed up. Her book, her information for her book that she's selling. It has inspirational poems, stories, to uplift people. It's very positive. They have different beautiful pictures and paintings in there. It's like a whole bunch of different, artists that has different talent and stuff like that. They put it all together in a book, and was really a good idea for that. So I'll be posting her link in the description box below. If you can even make a donation or even buy the book, it'll greatly appreciate it. And just let her know that I sent you there. And I'll be posting her information in the description box below. And the video I'm doing today is Twin Flame 101. Heyoka's along a path of intense transformation. Y'all, it's just the energy that y'all are bringing in you don't realize. I can feel y'all's energy in your comments. It's just like I can feel the ones that are like in their feelings about certain things that I say, and I can feel that harsh, energy. And then I can also feel the ones of love and gratitude and, emotion, because there's a lot of times when I'm replying back to y'all, I'll be in my emotions. I can really feel this with them, because y'all are transforming in a major way. There's so many of y'all, and I know something's popping off because there's too many of y'all that are subscribing to me all at one time. I promise you, it's just like in the last, oh my gosh, not within this whole week, I can probably say there's almost damn near 100 people within this whole week, that subscribe to me. And I'm just like, something must be popping off, because there's so many people that feel like, they had mental disorders, special needs or stuff like that, or just thought they were losing their minds because of all the things that they're doing. Things are being very intense to you. It's just like, there's sometimes you probably can't even be in a group of a lot of people, especially if you just now starting to go through your spiritual awakening and everything is hitting you all at one time. So it's just like, for us, we, there's people that's been dealing with this for a while. It's been like, it'll be okay one time, and it'll get really, just get straight out there, just go crazy and go through things in a major way. And it's just like, you're just trying to find the answers that you truly need, or just saying, is anybody else going through this? Or, I've been getting comments like, oh my God, the crying emojis, I found my tribe, or, oh my gosh, you were speaking to me. A lot of times people watch my videos and think I'm speaking to you. If that was the message that truly resonated with you, that was your angel sending you towards that video. A lot of people, that I get one-on-ones with, if I see there's this channel that I deal with, it's called Trailblazers, and they have, like, I'm not no religious person. I don't go to church. Every time I ever went to church, I was always judged. I was always being judged for it, and it's like I can hear their thoughts, and I just did not like that. I said, okay, I know there's some good, pastors and priests and reverends and deacons and stuff out there, but there's a lot of times I went there and felt so uneasy. I wanted to run out of there. And it wasn't the fact that, some people are like, oh, because you were devilish, hellish. No, I'm a very spiritual person. I believe in the man upstairs. I give all honor to him each and every day, because it wouldn't be for him, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. So I don't have no problem with that. But there are certain things I really have struggled with, and I watch their videos, and I will send them to my love bugs that I'm close to on that, on Facebook Messenger. It's just like, what, I was going through this, and it allowed me to be able to make sense of the things that I'm going through, things that I struggle with all the time, things I want to know more about myself. Like, why is it getting so intense for me? Why is things getting so heavy? Why am I becoming so emotional? Why am I getting irritated? And there's a lot of things that you are going with that, there's videos that can resonate with the things that you're going through, and it's such a relief. It will bring about emotions, because it's a good feeling when you can finally say in your head or towards yourself, if you're watching the videos alone, someone finally gets me. And you get really emotional, because there's people around you don't understand you from a hole in the wall. They can't even find themselves out of a plastic bag, a paper bag, as they used to say. And you're like, I wish I can understand. I mean, I wish I can tell you what I'm going through and you can understand, because there's a lot of people, if they're still asleep or walking around in that 3D dimension, they're not going to understand you. They're not going to get you. They'll be thinking more you crazier than anything, because it's not meant for them to know that yet. A lot of people, that do hellish things, and they feel like, oh, I'm nothing ain't happened to me yet. And they keep on, wanting to do things to you and stuff like that. And then it's just like, they don't realize that is their lesson. You have to go through a lot of things like that. We have everybody that's playing parts in our life. You're dealing with, narcissistic, sociopaths, psychopaths, whatever, you know, um, and they're playing their part in your life. They're breaking you down. They put you in a really bad state of mind. They have to do that. That's what they were here to do. Those are the ones that's going to show you. Those are the ones that's going to strengthen you. This is the thing that's going to transform you, for you to be able to see what you're capable of overcoming, what you're able to, elevate yourself from, walking away from. We all have our own chaotic world. It's like we all have these little mini situations. We all have our little soap operas, as the empath turns. All my indigos, it's just like general twin flames, what I'm saying, as the cosmic turns, we all got our own soap opera that's going on, and it makes us feel like we're losing our mind. But these situations is breaking you off into something that you didn't know was laying dormant this whole time. Because a lot of times we feel like we can't make it through things. We can't get over. There's times I felt that way. I ain't even gonna lie. Because there's times in need. My love bugs, the ones I talk to on a private time, they know I keep it real with them. If I feel like it's okay for me to talk about it at that time, I'll talk about it. If not, I'm like, I'm okay. This is something I have to deal with on my own, even though it's good. But there's a lot of times it's like my venting has really cost me a lot of people, but that wasn't, it is what it is, because it's like there's things I opened up and tell, and then people felt some type of way. We're like, Roslynn, why did they say this? Why did they do that to you? That was just all awful, and that's so mean. And then when I open up and tell you my truth about everything that I went through, things that I experienced, and certain people feel a certain type of way. And then I'm blessed to actually have people that are still by my side throughout that time. They don't leave that judgment, maybe because they're not on that level of knowing who my dad is. They didn't listen to that type of music. I can still respect it anyway. You're dealing with the message, you're understanding, you're grateful for those, for the lessons throughout the experiences I'm making, the things that I've visualized and seen that other people can resonate with. We have gifts that are so blessing, so blessed. it's a good thing because it's like your talent, your hidden talent, your faith, your strength, your gifts is all helping you, and it's helping people that's following behind you. It's allowing yourself to know that I'm this warrior that cannot be messed with. And a lot of times it will push you to that point where you said, I have it. I've had it. I'm ready to walk in something better. Because I'm telling you, like I say all the time, your certain situation, you got to look at your surroundings. And there's sometimes we go through that doubt that things are never going to change, but you have to look at how you're evolving. You don't realize it's like our lives are like a chessboard. We getting set up in certain ways. You having to jump this square to get to this square. You have to strategize. You got to understand what kind of way I can get where I can king all these, take these daggone things out. I forgot what the word was, when you can be able to take 3 or 4 of them checker pieces off, and then double yourself up, because that's what it is. We got this life that we're going through, and it might feel like things are never going to change or things not going to get better, but that mindset is going to keep you in a place that you're not wanting to be. And I really tell myself that, like, I say a lot in these videos, your blessings are a lot bigger than your problems. Your blessings of abundance is a lot bigger than your fears. Your fears is going to keep you away from getting your blessings. You want the blessings to come in, but you're not willing to make that effort on changing. There's so many people that I've talked to as well that, tell me, Roslynn, I'm in a dark place. I just need somebody to tell me that it's going to be okay. I said, from what I'm feeling, you've been getting that sign for a long time. And there are certain times I done said it myself that that is time going to get better for me? Am I going to get any kind of blessings? I'm pushing myself. I'm making these videos. I'm keeping it real. I'm walking in my truth. Where is this going to take me? What is it doing? And they kept telling me, okay, do more videos, do more than 2. And I'm like, okay, I do 3 next time, and do that. And they were like, tell me to do more. You want me to do more? Yeah, make 4 videos. There's days that I made like 10 to 12 videos a day, 5 or 6 videos a day. There's sometimes I be trying to push myself. There's time I don't overexerted myself. They're looking at me like, Rosalind, if you don't go take a break, we'll be okay for enough days. I'm still trying to catch up on the other videos made. Now I have friends tell me like, girl, you have made a lot of videos. And I say it covers a lot. We all have daily basis. We're all living on a daily basis. We got these certain routines. We got these certain rituals. I got OCD and ADD. That is just a messed up situation. I never took medication for none of those things, and just having to be able to deal with it and maintain. You know, um, there's all these different things that I've had to come to terms with. There's all these things that I'm knowing about myself, and it's brought tears of joy because it allowed me to know why I was different. Why, I used to get aggravated with myself because, when my kids get really sick, I start getting real anxious, and I'm like, oh my God, when I was on medication like Xanax for my anxiety, I would have to take Xanax just to go to the doctor, like to my doctor's appointments, as well as with my kids and stuff like that. And it will really, 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 really mess with me. Or it's just like if I have to go to the school about certain things when they have all these crazy programs, I got to say a whole line of prayer. Back then, you're having to pop a pill or smoke a couple of puffs of a cigarette, or a blunt or something, just for me to be able to go out. Now it's like I'm pushing myself out to go to the different stores. I'm pushing myself out to do different things just to be around people, because I had to step out my comfort zone. Because you'll understand, there's a lot of times you feel like if you have that mentality, and I try to keep it real with y'all all the time. I ain't trying, well, I am keeping it real with y'all. Let me retort and go back. You know, if your focus is all on the negative, and you keep paying attention to every failure, every mishap, anything that is negative in your life, it's going to keep you, it's going to put you in a really dark place. That's why I tell people, and I pray for them, it's so hard, because there are certain people I'm dealing with, and I feel bad for them because I've been there, and I had to tell them I've been there. I paid attention to everything that has been done to me, every trauma I've experienced, everything, because it was like I suppressed it for so long. As soon as I said that, it was at 1444 on my phone, and dealt with that. And it put me in a dark place. I was in a rare form of mentally losing my mind. But then it was just like when I finally got to that point, it takes time. It takes every day when you can sit up here and be positive. I wake up every morning, give my honor to God, because it's just like, okay, if I'm here, he still ain't done with me. Universe is still not done with me. Being able to appreciate everything I have, even if it's just very little, it has me everything I can do to maintain in my life, you know and that's fine. And then it's just like, if you have that doubt, because I know a lot of us deal with that, it can put you in a hard place, it can put you in a dark place. You're dealing with your ego, and it's just like it's going back and forth. You can be that new person that's been manifesting, it's been molding and transforming and transmuting, and then it could take one thing, that one thing that can trigger you to go back. If you want better things in your life, and I tell myself this as well, you want better things in your life, you have to believe. You have to see things around you. If you notice that things are starting to change, there's a lot of us that are heading towards blessings and abundance. Look how things are starting to lay into place for you. There's so many things that's being snatched out. You probably, the little bit of money you probably have or whatever, there's always something that's coming out. There's always, something that needs to be fixed, and that you're working hard for something in your life, and things are starting to, you just feel like things are getting so overwhelming, so intense. You're about to bust the door open of abundance, because that's the reason why everything is so intense, so hard right now. It's just like when you get to a movie, and it's like a movie, like where everything is just, let me see what I can compare it to. It's just like, well, I haven't seen a gladiator movie, but it's just like, that one or two people that are willing to fight for their country on this side, and they got other people fighting for that one. And you got, now mind you, you only probably got a handful of people that's on your team, that's fighting to save your territory, and there's about 100 people coming at you, and you're trying to figure out, how are you going to be able to beat this? How are you going to make no way out of, some way out of no way? There's things, it's just like when you get to that point and you really can see, a lot of times we feel like with our decisions, our path or whatever, we make these decisions, and we get doubtful, because you see, how are you going to be able to get out of this situation? I don't know how things are going to happen. Look at this, that, and that I'm dealing with. This is all this. This is all that. If you can, I have to tell myself, you got to focus, not focusing on the things, your shortcomings. If you focus on that, that's all you're going to see, and that's all you're going to get, because you're putting your vibe and that focus and that energy on the negative, or what you lack of. I had to deal with people that want to remind me of my lack of. That's why I had to cut cords with that. You don't need to remind me of something I already know. I don't need you to keep constantly reminding me, because when you remind me, that makes me feel like, okay, there's something about you, about my life. I know I'm not perfect. I'm trying to do the best I can with what I got. But when people, like when you have people that constantly remind you of your past, you don't even live in the past no more. Even though your thoughts and your hurts might live in the past, but you're not that person that was in your past. When you do that. So if you're changing, you can't allow somebody to keep reminding you that. Ego will do it, the devil will do it, your haters will do it. You know, you have that strength to persevere. You have that strength and that power to succeed to whatever you're trying to aim towards. But stay, if if you got to tell yourself that 3-4 times a day, I'm grateful. I'm about to make it. I'm about to be flying. I'm about to walk into whatever has been offered to me. When you can be showing that attitude of gratitude, thanking, for the things that you have in your life, being thankful for what's coming into your life. When you keep doing that, instead of focusing on the past, or, what's going on around you, you know, what situations you're in that might be stressful right now, you know, is things are being set up for you to love, for you to appreciate, for you to learn, for you to teach, and for you to acknowledge, for you to be able to see. Because when we there's times we try to do things on our own, and like I tell people, when you're focusing on that negative and you're trying to do things your way, it's going to get harder and harder every day. It's going to become unbearable by the minute, by the day, because number one, you're focusing on the negative, you're focusing on things that has happened, you're focusing on the people that did it, instead of, what, I'm gonna use this situation. I have to tell myself that all the time. I'm healing from this. Yes, it's hard as hell. Yeah, it became very stressful because I'm dealing with a lot of things. Even though I don't have that anger towards people that has done it, that sadness was still sitting there. Like, I'm tired of dealing with this. I'm tired of feeling it. I feel like I done left it, and then next, that feeling wants to come back, and that's what let me know that everything is starting to come up to the surface. Whatever is there, that was ever is left, is trying to part ways with me, and it was becoming unbearable. But I had to understand what that situation was doing. What is it bringing up? What is it allowing me to part ways with? You have, even though those situations might be hard, or the things that this, things that's been done to you, you have to be able to be grateful for those things, because those situations is reminding you of what you have. Even though it's painful and it's hard, it's overwhelming. Trust me, I know. I had to be able to remind myself, look at all the things you've been through before. You never thought you were going to be able to heal from it or go from it. Yeah, it might have took a minute, but then you can be grateful. There's a lot of time I had a lot of hate in my heart when my mom passed. I had my biological mom out here somewhere. I don't have her, but I'm blessed that she brought me in the world. I don't have any anger towards my mom, but I felt sadness for my mom that, you know, I always, the relationship we finally ended up getting was the last 3 or 4 months before she passed away. And I hold a lot of anger in my heart from God for that. Like, how are you going to allow my mom to be there like I always wanted her to be, and then you snatch her from me? How dare you? And I got mad about that. And then I had to be humble and have my tail between my legs when I finally got that, when the smoke cleared. It was like, yes, she passed on, but God had blessed me for me to be able to have my mom at that beautiful moment, share those last beautiful moments with her, because I can't regret those times. I would do it all over again. My mom was here, and if I had to do it, I wouldn't change anything of it, because I took care of my mom. Regardless of what we went through, I pulled all that BS aside, because God had blessed me to be able to spend time with her, for us to be able to laugh together, cry together, be able to talk like girlfriends, go out, have a couple of drinks. I love that with my mom, and I would never change that for the world. But then when I finally healed and took that anger out my heart, and I had to tell God, I'm sorry for feeling that way. I know he would forgive me, but you have to be able to, vocalize that he forgiven me already. But he had to be able to. And there was times I sat there and cried, because it's like he wasn't trying to take her away from me to punish me, but it was my mom's time. My mom was suffering a lot, dealing with emphysema, body cancer, 4 tumors in her head, a hole in her, fluid around her heart, and plus PAD all at one time. All those different things. I was just like, and I felt every inch of pain she had, you know, and all those different things. I took care of my mom, and I wouldn't change that for the world. And then I finally was able to say, you wanted that time for me to have where it was pure joy, pure bliss, because it would have been sad if me and my mom would have been going at each other's throat and she died. That would have been something I wouldn't have been able to handle, because it would have been, I forgot what that movie was from back in the day that my mom used to make me watch with her, and I cried tears like, Mom, why you got me watching this? Where this girl, it was like back in the days where all the movies was, I forgot what it's, the so-called life, or it was something of a life. And this woman, she was like fair skinned. This is back when they had black folks as slaves. They were the housekeepers and the cooks and everything. This woman was pretty dark skinned lady. And she was very sweet to her daughter, but she didn't want her daughter didn't look black. She looked like she was just an average white girl, but she was black. And she hung around people. She didn't have to go to the segregated schools. They all treated her, long as the mama didn't come out, they would have never known she was black. And she treated her mom like trash, like pure trash. And all of a sudden, it's like, I hate you, I can't do this. I lost a boyfriend because he found out I was like you. I'm not like you. I mean, just really hateful. Just really hateful. And next thing you know, our mom died, and she couldn't take none of those things back. So it allowed me to see, your life could have been just like that. But now it's just like, when you can look at your situations in your life that could have been the most darkest, the most troubling situations you have been able to be through. That's when you know you're transforming, because when you see every life lesson that's been in your life that taught you something that you were grateful for, even though it was a messed up situation, it taught you a lot from that situation, and you appreciate everything it taught you because it brought you that growth. That's letting you know right there you are transforming, instead of not wishing that you never met nobody but glad you could, because my friends have been in marriages and stuff like that. It was very toxic. It was very abusive. They went through a lot of abuse, no matter what it was. And they were like, I hate that. I wish I never did, went with that person. I said, don't ever wish that. Don't ever wish that. Even though it was a hard situation, I've been through situations like that before. So, but it allowed me to say, I ain't gonna let the next person do that to me, or I already knew what signs to look for in case I was, following down that same path. When toxic situations is allowed to teach you a lot of things you don't want in your life. So appreciate that. Even if it was a friend, don't ever let a situation harden your heart or take that smile away from you just because there were certain people that did you that way. They didn't appreciate you, took advantage of you, hurt you in any kind of way, you know, mentally, emotionally, sexually, physically, all those different things, because it allowed you to see your strength, allowed you to know this too shall pass. This situation has allowed you to enlighten you on what to look for when you deal with folks like that. You see, they all carry almost the same, they might go a different way about it, but they keep that same kind of mentality. You know what I'm saying? That it's like with my certain situation I was going through. They'll allow you anytime somebody ready to get married to you real quick, or, had these controlling tendencies, when you truly do something to get out, there are certain times you can be in a relationship and all of a sudden y'all get married, and it can last. It can go either way. If that was meant for you, it's gonna be for you. But if it's not, you're gonna see the red flags is telling you, hey, you need to back off. Love don't supposed to hurt. Love ain't supposed to make you feel like, okay, they love you and they got to put you in a cage. All those different things that you are experiencing at this moment, trials, tribulations, setbacks, fall downs, failures, is allowing you to grow. It's allowing you to evolve, excel, elevate, all these things. And it's transforming you to something very powerful, something very beautiful that the world ain't going to be ready for yet. Because it's okay if you fail at one thing, and you did what everything you had to do, when you fell again, at least you can say, hey, I tried this. But don't give up because the mess get hard. That's where all the edge comes from. Because when you finally get through this, there's so many times with my situation, I was ready to walk away. I told everybody done told me no about everything, especially when it came to my family getting home and all this. If I didn't have somebody trying to block me legally, they tried to say this, that, and the third to try to keep me away. That's all they could do. But you have to understand, there's a lot of things that's going to transpire for you. Just because you couldn't get yourself through a certain door, don't mean the universe ain't going to be able to send you straight through it, because a lot of times that door wasn't open for you just because it was like you were heading down towards a storm that they didn't want you to have. So you got to appreciate what they protected you from. Because a lot of times I be mad. I be wanting my daggone blessings from yesterday because I'm tired of being in a certain situation I'm in. Keeping my mouth shut when I'm the type of person, you ain't gonna punk me. I'll be damn. I'll be ready to throw some blows. You catch a fade real quick. But I had to be that person that you stop talking with your fists. Stop talking with your fists. Don't sit up here and worry about it's hard to say don't worry about what they're doing, because what comes, what you give out is what you get back. Allow yourself to humble yourself and not say nothing, because you don't need to go for tit for tat. When you do nice things for people, don't sit up here and say, I'll never do that again. Don't do that, because you're allowing that situation to change your character, change your outlook on life. Not everybody is like that. I don't met people saying all men are the same, all women are the same. No, you just have to change your character filter. Like when you go up on a search on even YouTube, you can filter out everything. Filter that mess out. If you want to have a companion, change your filter. Change what you're looking for. That a lot of times we looking for this idyllic person or whatever, this perfect person. Ain't nobody out there perfect. But you got to see which relationships and what friendships is worth fighting for. If you want this person in your life and they want you in your life, not everything gonna come easy, because it's just like when you have a marriage, you have a relationship, and these things, and you love that person and they love you. No hidden motives, no cruel intent. But there's gonna be times where things is gonna get hard and it's gonna test your relationship. That's just like even with twin flame situations. If it wasn't, if it's a perfect love for you, not a perfect love, period, but a perfect love that was made for you, there's going to be a lot of things that's going to come into your life where it's going to try to keep you apart because certain things don't want that to transpire in your life. So that's allowing you to keep on sacrificing, make those good decisions, part ways with certain things, cut cords with certain things and certain people. Allow yourself to let, when your circles change, and allow yourself to change with that circle for your benefit. Allow yourself to do that, because when you're being placed in certain situations, if you walk away that quick, that means you didn't want it that bad. You didn't. If you want to give up, there's a lot of times you want to give up because times get hard because you didn't get it when you thought you were going to get it. Things ain't going to come divine time, and things going to come when it's ready for you. When they see that you're working hard and you're not focusing on the negative, when you're not giving up, even though there's certain things that might be thrown in your way to slow you down, allow yourself to, heave yourself over it and keep it moving. Allow yourself to do that because you're transforming in such a beautiful way. You're finding so many things about yourself. If things weren't changing, you wouldn't have been here in my videos. You wouldn't be finding all this stuff out if you weren't training. I'm not trying to be arrogant or anything like that, but I know my gift. I know the things that they have pushed me to say. I know the things that they have told me to talk about because it's helping so many people understand their crazy life. It's not really crazy, but if you're not on that level of knowing what's going on with you, how would you ever know? That's why I made that video the other day about doubters, how we reflect on doubters. I don't give a damn about them doubters. I'll pray for you. I'll pray for you because you obviously you're insecure about something I'm reflecting out. Because my truth, ego, if you know that's ego speaking. I'm not speaking to that person. I'm speaking to your ego, your insecurities, your doubtfulness. I don't care if you don't have to doubt. There's a lot of things that I see on the on Facebook or on YouTube I might not agree with, but I don't know that person's sacrifices. I don't know what if it's meant for me to connect with them on that spiritual term. God and universe will allow me to do that, but I'm still not gonna throw dirt on that person. It is what it is. Like I told y'all a few days ago, there was a woman who sit up here and made a whole couple of videos about my situation. Boo boo, you don't know me. You don't know. I said, if you feel like you know everything about me, you don't know what testicle and what that vagina was going bumping and made me, okay? So you don't know. I don't mean to be graphic, but it is what it is, what it is, what it is. When real recognize real when fake walk in the room. It's like that. You're going to deal with certain things like that. While you're transforming, you elevate, you're going to start dealing with a lot of different negativity. But you'll most likely deal with a lot of encouraging things as well. Don't allow somebody's doubtfulness or their naysaying to stop you or hinder you on what you were brought here to do. Because a lot of times, universe will place you in a situation where they will test you. Okay, if I do this to them, if somebody tells you no, yes, then somebody told you no. But there's always a way around something. I've heard no for the last 3 or 4 years on my situation. I'm gonna still keep doing me. I'm only gonna worry about me, even though in the back of my mind I'm trying to understand how things are gonna unfold. But I can't do that. It's just telling me to work on me. Don't worry about that. We got you. If it's meant for you to have, you will have. Ain't nobody can, people come up to me and tell me this and this and that. I'm not worried about that. I don't care what they say out there on the news. I don't care what they say out in here on these links. Because if it was going to happen that way, it would have been happening. They just putting that out there for a reason. Not everything is not what it seems. So I have to keep on moving and believing in what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to do. So I hope y'all were able to resonate, enjoy yourself, celebrate, because you're manifesting, you're changing, you're transforming into the greatest person that you could be, that best version. Appreciate that because you done came a long way. You didn't give up and you that fighter. So I want to give a post notification shout out to uh Scar Eliza and Kathy Ladd, much love to you. Welcome to the fam. Drop a line so I can go ahead and give you a post notification shout out, and give me a thumbs up, share, hit that notification bell, subscribe, and know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always someone out there praying for you better days. And I hope your blessed days are very blessed. You know, anything that you're aiming towards in your life that you want desperately in your life, to bring that, you know, towards your way. And make sure you give out love, light, and positivity towards other people. You never know, your kind words and love can really take somebody a long way. And I'll see you on my next video. My love, peace.